must be 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on this beautiful Friday, the 7th day of May, because it's time for another Hardison'S tip. I'm your host, Brandon Hardison. Glad to be with you. And we're going to end the week just like we've been continuing all week, getting you to understand about commission sales and should you look at this as a viable way of feeding yourself and looking as a career throughout the decades. So we were giving you some bits and pieces of what certain people in our field were making. So I'll continue on with that because you're trying to get dressed and get out on there. Retail salespeople. Now, these are the ones that are in the big box stores, the clothing stores, the furniture stores, the appliance stores, the brick and mortar environment, if you will. Great people, good opportunities for what they do, but they come in at about 25 to 50. So success is often dependent on the foot traffic rather than the sales activity. So if you're in a strip mall or if you're in an anchor store at a mall, it pays a big difference on how your future with that organization is going to be. And keep in mind, in any type of organizational structure like that, if you're not ready to move around when they need you in a different market, you're going to be pigeonholed just to that store. So keep that in mind. Also, we have our brothers and sisters in other areas. If we just encompass all the salespeople and industries that don't fall into the ones that I had mentioned before, this can include roles in automotive dealerships, credit, food, beverages, realtors. There's a lot of sales jobs that are out there for commission, but when we crunch them all together, 31,820. So here's your thing, no matter where you want to start your career and learn and hopefully grow by staying with that company or take the knowledge that you got from that company to somewhere else, please be cognizant of the sales commission agreement. This is the agreement that you and that organization put together that you need to be getting at certain increments. There should be some annual reviews with that, but here's where a whole lot of salespeople get bitten because the authorization or the documentation or the non compete clause or the non disclosure clause or the commission structure will usually change. And that brings in frustration from one party and they wind up leaving. Now, hopefully, when they do leave, they learned a lesson about what to look for next time. I would say your best bet is the automotive industry right now. With all of the changes that are going through, with the technology of AI and EV units that are going across, we already know that this administration is looking to go green and manufacturers are in lockstep. How do we know this? By 2025, you will see more EV vehicles and less petrol vehicles. So check that out. But still, everything we talked about all week still remains, especially your pay plan. And since the interview is your strongest position to be in, if you need a signing bonus, if you need to be in one region versus the other, the organization, needs to be paying for your move, putting you up in a hotel, even trying to find you a good home in the community where you're going to be working. So, is commission sales a great job to be in? Outstanding. because you're your own boss. You know what you need to be doing. You can brand yourself, you can tailor yourself as long as it stays within the rules of man and the rules of God. Everything else is creativity. So hopefully you got something out of it. I want you to get dressed. Let's end this week strong. And as always, in parting, you go out, you make it a champion day.